Yes, indeed. Welcome to Watford. No shabby shack in a playground this week, just an ordinary suburban home. Of course it's not ordinary. This is Neighbourhood Watch. Welcome to the New Hope Trust in Watford. Now, they say that you shouldn't talk about politics and religion. Well, we've got a programme dedicated to one, so I'm going to give you a little bit of the other. This is what it says, Isaiah 58, verse 7. Share your food with the hungry and open your homes to the homeless poor. That is the new Old Testament nugget that two unashamedly Christian women started a charity with 15 years ago in Watford called the New Hope Trust. Basically a soup kitchen looking after people out of their own pockets. These days this table feeds 3 meals a day to 5 residential guests who have been homeless on their step out of homelessness. They've also got a centre down the road that caters for 80 people a day centre that come there. They're also teaching life skills, getting people to learn some skills that will get them out of homelessness. Because who are these people? Well, some of them are homeless, some of them are living in hostels, some of them have drug problems, some of them have alcohol problems, some mental health problems. But the whole ethos of this project is people teaching the basic skills of life to get them out of homelessness and back into the community. How are they doing this? Well, they are attracting some funding now, but they've been very canny over the years. They have a charity shop, which I've been to. It's huge. £178,000 it made last year. They have a furniture restoring project. This was carved, actually, above the chickens, the cluckery, by one of the people who works there, Keith. And they have this huge market garden, which I'm about to show you. They sell the produce there and raise money for that. And that is how they have kept going. In charge of all of this dynamism is Basil. He's the chief executive. Basil, what do you think is the secret of the success of this project?
Well, I think it's the volunteers, the number of volunteers that we have, and not just the volunteers, it's our faith, our Christian faith.
You've got a huge number of volunteers. I mean, there's a lot of dynamism working for you here. You have, in some ways, like some of the projects we followed, you are the next stage up. You have attracted public funding. But picking up from something they raised last week, have you had to compromise your ethos because of that?
No, I think we're very fortunate where we are, but I know of cases in and around the country that have had problems, and they have thought that they needed to compromise, but they said, no, we're not going to compromise. So they lost that funding, believe it or not. Then about a year and a half later,
it all came back. That desire is there. Now, I said something about who you're helping, but who are we talking about here?
We're talking about people who, and I think you mentioned it earlier, drug and alcohol and mental health problems. But the dual diagnosis, there are a lot of people with a lot of problems.
And the health services?
No, they can't.
And you're doing it. We're going to talk to some of the people, talk to some of the volunteers very, very shortly. And also, if you're watching and you think you've got a project that we should be visiting, do give us a note, daily.politics@bbc.co.uk. I'm off to do some gardening. Join us in about an hour.